Hello. Long time no speak. It's been ages since I spoke to a camera. This feels ever so strange. You perhaps may not recognise the background. I'm currently house sitting for a friend while he's on holiday. I took a bit of a break from making videos because I just wasn't really in the mood to make videos in the beginning of the year. So I was like, okay, I'll take a little break. I wanted to spend that time on shop stuff and work and trying to get all that going, and just wanted more energy for that rather than the videos. So I took a break, and then just as I was kind of getting back into it, I lost my fur baby. I lost my boy. I'm crying already. So I lost him on May 23rd and it's the 18th of June today. So it's been a really hard month. And I had to take a break because I just couldn't focus on anything. I'm doing better than I was, but it's still hard. This may sound dramatic, but if you have pets, you know. I had a really special bond with that cat. Moo was one of those pets that I just felt so connected to. We had a really unique bond that I've never experienced with another animal. I felt like we were really similar. He liked his peace and quiet, he liked his nature. I just truly felt like he was like my soulmate, my soul cat. So I'm really just trying to get back into working and stuff to keep me busy. I thought it'd be good for me to come here and to spend some time away from home, because Lewis, my partner, had already agreed to house sit for our mate like way prior. So I just thought it'd be good for me to come and to get away for a bit. And the friend whose flat this is also happens to have a kitty. Yes, you. A kitty who happens to be my boy's brother, Moo's brother from the same litter. So I thought it'd be nice to come and spend some time with his brother as well. Alright, Loki. And Logan is, I can't believe he's from the same litter, honestly, because he is absolutely massive. He's a beast. So that's kind of what's going on. Moo was only 6 years old. He got sick. I think it was an immune system failure, basically, and it just all happened so suddenly. So I'm still like, it's been a month, but I'm still just kind of trying to wrap my head around it, to be honest. Like, I didn't expect it at all. It has been hard, but I managed to do a drawing. Obviously my motivation has been through the floor is a way of putting it, but I was inspired to create some kind of tribute piece for Moo, and to help remind myself that just because he's not here, you know, he's still around in a different way. I think I just needed that. Art is quite healing, and I usually tend to think that I don't really put feelings into art, but I just think that's because most of my art is quite happy. And when I think feeling, I think it has to be like devastating or whatever. I'm pretty devastated right now, so I thought I would channel the energy into something productive. This was after I spent 2 weeks crying every day, so I think I'm gonna share that on Instagram today. I haven't shared anything about that on Instagram yet. I've just wanted to take a break from social media, I guess. I did a little post for my friends and family on Facebook a couple of weeks after it happened, but I really need to get back into being active on Instagram again. How many times have I said this before? I struggled a lot with motivation last year, and I just wish I'd known how much time I was wasting, because nothing was wrong last year. I was just recovering from the pandemic. I think we all were. It was a weird year, but I spent so much of last year like just struggling to live my everyday life and to get all the things done I wanted to do and have the motivation. And I was at that point before Moo died where I felt so good and so motivated, and I had, you know, I've prepared things that I wanted to post, and then life has a way of, you know, being an asshole. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about this because my heart hurts. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that that's what's going on, and I'm doing okay. If you've lost a loved one, an animal, a person, my heart goes out to you, because grief is horrible. I've never really lost anyone close to me. My nan died when I was young and I miss her, but this just hit me so hard. Anyway, sorry for the downer, but I wanted to let you know. Okay.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello, good day. Hope you can hear me. Today we are grading the sticker sheets, which is a very hard task because you can't really see the cut lines and this actual sticker shape until you peel it off. So I have a single sheet, which since it's a sticker sheet, the whole sheet is sticky. So I've just peeled off the section around all of the stickers so I can see them individually, and I'm basing my grades off of that and how this one looks. This is like the worst part about getting new products in. I dislike grading stickers very much. So this is what I like to do. Sticky note A, B, C, and then we just put the sheets, the stickers, whatever it is you're grading. Underneath you've got piles of each grade. Now obviously we hope for minimal B and C grades. I'm hoping for no C grades. You can never be too sure. We're just going to take a mild break from this because my eyes are like straining. To share a very sweet package that a friend sent me, and I just had to share it. So this is all from my friend Zoe, VaguelyOriginal. If you follow her, you may know. I share her work sometimes. She's very talented. She messaged me the other day asking if she could send me some bits. She said she had some bits she's been meaning to send for a little while. So of course I was like, oh my god, yes, thank you so much. I'm so excited. And it came in like super quick, like 2 days. Here is her info. Cute business card. We've got a couple little singing froggies. Oh, very cute. We've got a couple little wormies, which I love these. And then this sticker, 2 of those, which is just so me. If you're already subscribed to my channel, you will know that I'm terrible at everything. I haven't uploaded in months. Hi. I've also got this cutie patootie pin, very apt for spooky time of year. She also sent me some of her earrings, which are like, I'm not gonna say her main product, but she does a lot of these little like wooden hand painted earrings. Literally so precious. No one should be getting these for free. So thank you very much, and I will treasure these very, very much. I've also got this print, which is the same as the business card. Very cute design. Very nice thick paper. The loveliest little note ever. We also have this, which is the cutest little bat I've ever seen. I've never seen this from you, but I'm assuming that you drew this. I'm thinking this is going to be the perfect print to have for Halloween, because I really like the idea of having prints like for specific times of year that you bring out at that time. So I'm going to get like a little spooky frame for this. And then the main event, which I did originally film opening the box, but I got overwhelmed and stopped filming because I started crying. Maybe I'll just show you the note and you can guess. This is like one of my most prized possessions now, and I'm absolutely in love with it. She painted Moo for me. Like, woman, why are you painting for free for me? And like, I was just so overwhelmed by everything that I just burst into tears straight away. Frame as well, it's just literally the most thoughtful thing ever, and I just can't thank you enough. So honestly, you are so talented at so many different things, and you definitely did do him justice, and it is absolutely so spot on. My little nature baby boy in his happy place. I mean, I have Polaroids of Moo around my room and everything. Part of me really wanted a painting, and I didn't know if I could do it myself, so I'm ever so thankful that someone else did it for me, and it just means that much more. And I just want to say thank you again to Zoe, who I keep saying thank you to, but honestly, so precious. Please go show Zoe some love if you're not following her already, because she is super talented. And like, who does that? Everyone needs a friend like that. The easiest way to do this is to hold it up to the light, because you can see all of the cut lines very, very well, like a white line all the way around. Okay, all the sheets are graded, no C grades, quite a few Bs. I do feel like it's hard to get cut lines exactly right, even though I spent so long getting the cut lines exactly perfect and sending them so many different files, and they're still off, but you know what, it's fine. The stickers still look good. Here they are without the background, and you can see them all, and they look absolutely fine. So happy days. Now I just need to count how many of each we've got, -1 for me to keep, and I've been graded. When I was out charity shopping, thrifting recently, I picked this up. It's one of those things that you look at and you're like, do I need it? And you think about it and you go, maybe, and then you buy it anyway, because if you don't need it, you can find a use for it. And I think it's for like condiments, but I happen to have spray paint, which I use quite often, and it's got nowhere to live. This is riveting content, I know, but look how perfect fit. And I happen to have 4 cans as well. Like it's just perfect. So I wanted to share that. I love it. Now I'm gonna retake pictures of the sticker sheets because I did it last time with my SLR camera, old SLR camera. I've forgotten all of my photography knowledge and the pictures just turned out poopy. So we're gonna redo it. Battery's dead, so that's great. I swear I charged it. Honestly, I wasn't really convinced this was gonna go well, so I'm just gonna use the vlog camera, which, by the way, since you never see it, is a Canon G7X Mark II. It's a pretty good little camera, honestly, and it takes good pictures too. So the last time I took the pictures, they turned out okay. I managed to edit them enough to make them work, but I just wanted to give it another go because, like I said, I had the wrong settings on the camera, and I also think taking a picture of a white product on a white desk was not a great idea. It's really hard to make the white of the desk white without getting rid of like the edges of sticker sheet, if you know what I mean, because of lightening the image. So I've done a pink background this time, which I can edit to be a lighter pink so it's not too like in your face and distracting. So we're just gonna see how that goes. I guess we'll find out when I come to edit them. So it's been a couple weeks. I've edited the pictures and they were worse than the original ones I took, so that was a waste of time. I debated cutting out everything I filmed about retaking the pictures and everything, but sometimes you do things that were a waste of time and I just wanted to keep that in. Usually, if something doesn't go according to plan, I will just cut it out because it's like irrelevant, because I needn't have done it, if you know what I mean. But it does happen a lot. So I'm just gonna stick with the original pictures that I took. They're actually not bad at all, so I don't know what I was on about. I think I just wanted to have a go. Didn't work, but that's fine. I'm gonna do something today that I haven't done since I was probably like in college 7 to 10 years ago. We're gonna do a bit of fimo. Now, I haven't actually used fimo since I was like a kid, but I did some clay sculpting in college and stuff. But I asked my mum for some fimo bits for my birthday because I really wanted to give it a go. And I know a lot of artists will make like clay pins and things, but I've never done anything like that. So I decided I wanted to have a little crack at it. I did some Procreate designing of what I could make for fun. I don't know if they will turn into pins and be sold. I'm just gonna see how it goes first, just for fun, and test everything out. So I did some Procreate designs and I've just printed off what I designed so I could use it as like a template and cut around the shapes on the paper. So I printed that off. I'm not sure how successful that will be. It might be better to just like hand cut them out, but we'll see. I've got some little plastic tools and a wooden rolling pin, so we're pretty much good to go. I haven't got a mat, so I'm just gonna use like the back of a canvas or something that's smooth, just to make sure I don't harm the desk. Hopefully I'll enjoy it and I won't despise the process. Outside, as you can tell. I'm chilling in the garden just waiting for my fimo to cook. It's so nice to have not rain. I don't know if it's just the south of England, but we've had the worst summer so far. It was really hot in like spring, and then it's been raining pretty much for weeks and weeks. It's actually sunny today. There is quite a lot of cloud, but I'll take it. Sicky. The fimo is baked. I baked it at 110 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. That's what everywhere online said. I checked it at 20, it was still squishy. It's still squishy now, but then I also looked that up and it said that you don't want to bake it to be like snappable hard. So I'm assuming it will harden up a little bit more as it cools down. So that is currently what the fimo is doing. It says to leave it for half an hour, but I'll just leave it till it's dry. And hopefully I can start painting them today. That's what I'm most excited about. Some tea, my Stardew Valley mug, which my sister and our family got me for my birthday. It's so cute. Stardew has been such a lifesaver for me this year. I've loved it. I've just finished the community centre and I'm on year 4. So I don't know if that's a long time, but we're there. I've also been playing Story of Seasons, It's a Wonderful Life, which is a remastered remake whatever of the old Harvest Moon It's a Wonderful Life, which I had on the GameCube when I was little, and obviously I was a kid so I didn't really understand how the game worked, so I can actually play it properly now, and I'm pretty much at the point in that game where there isn't much left to do, so I've been loving that. I also bought that Toad game to play co-op with my friends, and it's a really, really fun, cute 2-player game. I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. Mushroom Toad Kingdom or something like that. Very cute, recommend. Anyway, irrelevant. I'm gonna drink my tea, go check the fimo, and then hopefully we can paint some. Okay, the fimo's all cooled down. I've learned some things. I did this flower thing, which is way thinner than everything else. And it's still quite bendy, but all of the thick stuff is good. I do think it's supposed to be a little bit malleable so that like they don't break. I think that's the point. I don't know anything about clay, but they will do to paint. There is a lot of tiny hairs in this, and obviously I'm going to paint over them so you won't see it, but I don't know if that's normal, and I tried to clean first, but they're just everywhere. So we've got 3 rectangles, 3 little teardrop shapes, which I can't decide if are too small or not, but you know, we can do what we can do. Little freehand cat that I did. He's quite long and uneven, but cute. Now this was the shape that I was most excited about, but I tried to cut around the template and it just didn't work. So I tried to do it freehand, and like flowers are just impossible. So this is kind of a mess, but I will still attempt to paint it anyway. And then you might have seen this at the end, but I made a little extra cat out of the excess clay I had left, and this is a tiny moo sculpture to go with his ashes on my shelf. I have a couple little cat figurines, but they're not exactly him, so I thought I would make one, and this is how he would always lay with his little arms outstretched. Got his tail around the edge, and then he would always sleep like on his leg but with his toes sticking out. So this is that, and I'm going to paint it to look like moo. Hello, welcome to the hands segment. My plan is to just use Posca pens because they are my trusty go-to always. The ones that need to be white probably makes more sense to actually paint them with a brush because it would be quicker, but I'm pretty sure I can get in all those crevices with this. Strange angle. I don't want to move the camera, I've just lifted it up. So the Posca pens aren't working quite as well as I'd hoped. They work on literally all surfaces, but I suppose with clay there isn't really anything for the paint to like soak into. So it's kind of just like sitting on top as you put it down, so you can kind of see like the lumps and the bumps and where the paint is thicker in some places. But I'm just going in with like 3 or 4 layers of each colour, and it seems to be building up okay. It's fairly smooth. I think this is just like a trust the process kind of thing. So I just have to like commit, and hopefully they end up looking fairly nice at the end. I'm really focusing the most on the square ones at the moment because they are my favourite ones. The cat and the flower, I don't know if are worth it. I might do the cat. The flower, I don't think it's really good enough to put the effort in to paint it. I am enjoying this part, it's very therapeutic, so that's cool, I guess. Hello, it's a little while later and I am back to show you my finished clay pieces. So I finished them off camera, and I also made a few extra little pieces which I thought I would share. So starting with the rectangle ones, you saw them, they were pretty much finished, but I added colour to the edges and the back. I love these, they're like tiny little tiles, and I really want to make massive ones and tile my kitchen with them. The paint turned out fine, it looks okay, and once they're varnished, I think they'll look even nicer. And then with the little teardrop shapes, I also finished those. These actually turned out really cute. I just didn't do a very good job with the actual sculpting. There's a lot of dents and marks and stuff in them, but you know, if I make more in the future, now I'm aware of that. We've got a blue one, a green one, and an orange one, all with different expressions. And I really quite like these ones actually. My little Moo sculpture is very almost done. I looked through so many old pictures of Moo to try and figure out his pattern, and I did my best to make it as accurate as possible. I've just got to do his little face and a few more black blotches on his legs underneath, and then he'll be done. And I've done another batch of fimo bits since the one you just watched, and I decided to make some more sculptury bits rather than flat pieces because I just felt more drawn to that, and I do think I enjoyed that more. And I made some little cat heads, and I think they turned out really cute. I also made a batch of some little curly flowers which I've been painting because I can't get into all the nooks and crannies with Posca pens, so they're taking me longer, so I don't have any of those to share that are finished. I definitely enjoyed creating more of like the 3D stuff more than I did the flat things, just because I suppose all you can really do with these is make them into like a pin, or they look quite cute like hung up together. I don't really know what else I could do with those, so I pretty much just need to gloss all of these bad boys so that they don't chip or get marked in the paint, and then they'll be all finished, which will be great because I won't have to worry about them anymore. And I'm slightly tempted to do that today. The weather looks like it might stay nice, which I need that because obviously I need to do them outside. I have a spray gloss which I use for all of my plaques. Everything that I paint, I spray with this. It's just like a lacquer finishing spray. And I'm just assuming it will work fine on these as well. I don't see why it wouldn't be fine. Few hours since the last clip. Everything is glossed and nice and shiny. I didn't spray the backs because I don't really plan on selling them, and I should have done the backs first. But that's still possible if I want to later on. The only issues I had were just standard issues you get with a spray gloss, like bubbles and hairs trapped in there and things. But the cats look really good. As you saw, I put them up on a little bit of clay just so that they were raised, so when I spray it I could get like as far under as possible because they're like a 3D object. So they're a little harder to spray, but I managed. And that is all of my finished clay pieces for this video. Speaking of videos, I'm gonna end this now. It's getting quite long, but thank you so much for watching. If you're still subscribed to my channel and still give a crap about what I'm doing because I don't upload very often, I really appreciate you watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time in a year, or no, hopefully not, hopefully fairly soon, before the end of the year. That's my only goal. I am taking part in Peachtober though, so keep an eye on my Instagram for that, and I'll see you soon hopefully. Goodbye.